This is my second prologue video to continue on whatever problem that I'm having. Okay, well, it's probably going to be a mini-series because it's hard to really explain in one video under 2 minutes. So, when I started school this year, I was still 13. I was about to turn 14. I was probably missing 3 to 4, probably 2 to 3 days a week of school. I'd completely feel bad. I'd have headaches, dizziness, stomach cramps, nausea. It seemed like I was catching every bug and virus that would come my way. Like, it was one after another. And it wasn't before long I caught strep throat, and I was sick with that for a week. And then I caught pleurisy. And pleurisy is where the fluid that surrounds the outside of the lung to protect it rubs up against the lung itself so much that it makes it sore, and it rubs a hole into the lung. And I was diagnosed with pleurisy by the clinic in town. And so they put me on amoxicillin to help repair the lung just in case some of the fluid leaked in and stuff like that. And if I started having congestion, I needed to come back. Anyway, but it seemed like it was catching every virus, but it came along and I couldn't really stay in school at all. So I actually had blood work done twice, and my white blood cell count came back extremely high twice. So it was very abnormal, also in some other levels. So they referred me to a pediatric hematologist oncologist from UNC, and in January I started visiting my doctor. I actually visit him once a month now, since January. We did an overview of my symptoms, and we discussed it and discussed how I was actually completely catching every bug coming my way. And so, but what is it with me stammering today? But the minute we walked into the door, he told us that I didn't have leukemia, and me and my mom were like, what in the world? We didn't know it was possible. But since he discussed that white blood cells are something, we did know now. But I don't have leukemia. They've already tested me for it anyway. So basically, we discussed my symptoms, and he ran an in-depth blood flow test. And we left, and we came back the next month in February. And he said that my pneumococcal levels were low. In other words, my immune system wasn't really well built. That my immune system was really low. Like, I'm not sure if you're out of the U.S., you would not know what the booster shot is. When you enter kindergarten, everyone knows you have to get a set of 4 shots in the leg. I forgot where. And they help build your immune system up. Well, it's like I was never actually introduced to the shot itself when I was younger. And over the years, gradually, my immune system would get worse and worse and worse to the point that I could barely fight off any infections. And I can barely fight off anything now that I have to use actually antibiotics and prescription now. And I get sick a lot very easily. So, he checked it out, he looked at my other levels, and he referred for me to get off the caffeine several times to change my eating habits to see if that could possibly make me feel any better and stuff like that. So we came back the next month of March, but he drew more blood at that time, and he said that my I'm still low except for my antibody titers, and so he gave me a pneumococcal shot, which people that could be possibly most likely to get the pneumococcal disease get the pneumococcal shot, but it also boosts the immune system up. It helps a lot. So I got a shot that helped boost up my levels and stuff like that. And so we came back the next month, and I told him that I was still having difficulty with my symptoms, and that more symptoms actually occurred. That I was starting to have rapid dizziness out of nowhere, major headaches. I was actually having insomnia, lack of appetite. Yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. And I could really eat probably 1 meal a day. If I did, I was really lucky. I didn't really feel like eating. I mean, every time I try to eat, I probably get sick on my stomach. So he done some more work, more blood work, checked my blood level again. The antibodies were still low. Everything else came up except for that. So he's like, okay, well, we're going to get another shot. So I got another shot, and they drew blood work, and I now found out the results from that. But the next month we came back. He, good lord, referred me to see 2 doctors. Gosh, I need some drink. A pediatric endocrinologist, which is a child hormone doctor. They check into the hormones and stuff like that, and a pediatric neurologist, which is a brain doctor. So we left. Well, he set an appointment with the both doctors, and so the next month they came back. They drew some more blood, and we discussed what levels came up and if I've actually changed anything. And at that amount of time, I actually stopped drinking caffeine. I've actually been caffeine free for several weeks to come. I feel a whole lot better energy wise. But before, I was actually having fatigue and stuff like that. So we basically discussed what symptoms I was having and when I'd have them and all that. And then I went to the endocrinologist, and she did a hormonal exam. She said that everything's gonna be perfectly fine. There's nothing that she could do within her field to help me. That hormonal wise, I was in perfect shape. So we came back Thursday, which was, I don't know, I can't even think. But we came back, and I was to see the neurologist, and the neurologist actually checked out the lump inside my neck. I don't know why I didn't say anything about this at the beginning of the video, but I actually have this. I'm not sure if you can really see it or not. Can you see it? It's like bulging out on this side right here. Yeah, like right there. And so I described him what it was like and stuff like that, and I'll go into depth later about the lump. And I told him about my symptoms and the headaches and dizziness, insomnia, stuff like that. But I also had some more symptoms that came along. I was actually having weight loss. I would probably lose about 10 pounds in 1 week and then gain 3 the next, where I was losing more weight than actually gaining. And I was actually having hair loss too, like my hair was like literally falling out. But my oncologist said that I was possibly suffering depression, and that I need to talk to a psychologist and probably need to be put on antidepressants. And well, in order to even say I had depression, he asked me a series of questions and I answered them, and he said, "You're depressed." So pretty much, yeah. But I don't see why I could possibly be depressed. I kind of am sometimes, but I don't really have a problem with depression. I was actually depressed 2 years ago when my parents split, and it was very hard for me to maintain. And I believe that's where my hormonal problems actually developed, because the stress always induces more illnesses, and that could have been why I was actually having heart problems. But so the neurologist, checked out my other symptoms, and he ordered an MRI, and I will go into detail with the